Word with authority. Once there was a king who did not know any philosophy. As he became older, his interest in philosophy grew and he wanted to study the scriptures. His minister was well read and a good philosopher too. So the king asked his minister to teach him. The minister replied, Maharaj, I am not the right person to teach you philosophy. It will be better if you study the text from my guru. The king laughed and said, Mantriji, what are you talking about? The scriptural text is the same, whether you explain it or your guru does. Why should I trouble your guru? The minister said, Maharaj, indeed, it makes a difference. If you take the trouble to come to my house tomorrow, I will prove it to you. Accordingly, the king went to the minister's house the next day. The minister received him with all due respect and offered him a seat of honor. The minister sat on a lower seat and started conversation. Their discussion was general at first. Soon the minister started disagreeing with what the king said and the two got into an argument. Thereupon the minister got angry. He turned to his servant and ordered, Arrest the king and bind his hands and feet. The servant was aghast. The minister ordering the arrest of the king, he dared not budge from his place. The minister said again, Arrest him, haven't you heard me? The servant still did not move. The minister repeated the order 2 or 3 times, but the servant stood still and did not obey. The king, who was witnessing all this in utter amazement, became angry at the impertinence of the minister. How dare he order the king's arrest? The king looked at the servant and said sternly, Arrest this impertinent minister and bind his hands and feet. That very moment, the servant sprang into action. He immediately arrested the minister and taking a rope firmly tied his hands and feet. The minister smiled and said to the king, Maharaj, see the difference between us. When I ordered him, the servant did not obey me. But when you ordered, he obeyed you immediately. The authority is in the person and not in the words. The same is the case with philosophy. Even though I understand the scriptures, I am not an authority on them. When my guru speaks, he speaks with authority and conviction. That is why I did not wish to teach you philosophy. The king understood. He too smiled happily and ordered the release of the minister. Later, he approached the minister's guru and was initiated by him into the practice of philosophical truths.